Have you ever dreamed of becoming a Python programmer and creating amazing applications and programs? Picture this. You're at the helm of a powerful language that's shaping our tech-savvy world, from web development to data science. Python, with its simplicity and readability, is a fantastic starting point for budding programmers. It's like learning a new language that, instead of speaking to people, you're using to converse with technology. If you've ever had this dream, you are in the right place. Stay tuned as we embark on this exciting journey to learn Python programming together. Before you can start programming in Python, you need to install it on your computer. So where do you get Python? The answer is simple, from its official website. Python is a free, open-source programming language, which means it's freely available for everyone to use. Navigate to the Python official website, which is python.org. On the homepage, you'll notice a download section. Here, you'll find versions of Python for different operating systems: Windows, macOS, and Linux. Make sure to choose the version that is compatible with your operating system. Once you've made your selection, click on the download button. The download should start automatically. Once it's done, you'll find the downloaded file in your default download location. It's usually a file with a.x or DMG extension. Great job! You've successfully downloaded Python. Now let's move on to the installation process. Installing Python is a straightforward process. Just follow these steps, and you'll have it up and running in no time. First things first, you're going to need to navigate to the Python official website. Once you're there, look for the download section. You'll see several options, but what you want is the most recent stable release. Click on the download button. A file will be downloaded to your computer. This file is what we call an executable or .exe file, and it's your ticket to getting Python installed. After the download is done, locate the file. It's most likely in your downloads folder. Double-click the file to start the installation process. A window will pop up, and this is where you need to pay close attention. You'll see a box at the bottom that says Add Python to Path. Make sure that box is checked. This step is crucial because it allows your computer to recognize Python commands no matter where they're executed from. If you forget to check this box, you'll have a harder time running your Python programs, so take a moment to make sure it's checked. Next, click on the button that says Install Now. The installation process will start, and you might see a progress bar filling up. Don't worry if it takes a few minutes, that's completely normal. Feel free to grab a cup of coffee while you wait. Once the installation is complete, a new window will pop up, telling you that the setup was successful. If you see this, then give yourself a pat on the back because you've just installed Python on your computer. But don't close the window just yet. Click on the Close button to finish the installation process, and there you have it. You've just installed Python on your computer. It was a simple process, wasn't it? And with Python added to your path, you're all set to start writing and running your own Python programs. Congratulations! You've just installed Python on your computer. Now let's set up your programming environment. The next step is to set up your programming environment, which is where you'll actually write and run your Python code. Let's start by understanding what a programming environment is. Think of it as your personal workspace, a digital playground where you get to interact with Python. And this playground is what we call an Integrated Development Environment, or IDE for short. It's a software application that provides comprehensive facilities to computer programmers for software development. It typically consists of a code editor, compiler, and debugger, all accessed through a single graphical user interface. Now there are several IDEs available to choose from, each with its own unique features and capabilities. For beginners, two of the most recommended IDEs are PyCharm and Thonny. PyCharm is a professional IDE with a clean and intuitive interface, while Thonny is a beginner-friendly IDE that makes learning Python a breeze. Let's start with downloading your chosen IDE. Go to the official website of either PyCharm or Thonny and click on the download link. Make sure to choose the version that matches your operating system, whether that's Windows, macOS, or Linux. Once the download is complete, run the installer and follow the prompts to install the IDE on your computer. During the installation process, you might be asked to select the Python interpreter. If so, choose the Python version that you installed earlier. If you're not prompted, don't worry. You can always set this up later within the IDE. After the installation, open the IDE and take a moment to familiarize yourself with the interface. You'll see an area where you can write your code and another where you can see the output of your code. And there you have it. You've successfully set up your programming environment. It's like setting up your own lab where you're the scientist and Python is your subject of study. This is where the magic begins, where your ideas take form and where you'll create programs that can change the world. Fantastic! You've set up your programming environment. Now you are ready to start coding. Now that everything is set up, it's time for the most exciting part, writing your first Python program. First, let's create a new Python file. Depending on your IDE, the process may vary slightly, but generally, you'll click on File and then New File. This will open a blank document where you'll write your code. The extension for Python files is P. So let's save this file as hello-world.py. Now let's write a simple program. In Python, we use the print function to display text on the screen. So type print, followed by an open parenthesis, then a quotation mark. Inside these quotes, write hello world, followed by another quotation mark and a close parenthesis. Your code should look like this. Print, hello world. This line of code is called a statement, and Python executes these statements line by line. In this case, the print statement will output whatever is inside the parentheses and quotes to the console, which is our hello world message. Once you've written your code, it's time to run the program. You can usually do this by clicking a Run or Execute button in your IDE, or by using a command in your terminal if you prefer a text-based interface. Upon running, you should see Hello World displayed in the console. Congratulations! You've just executed your first Python program. If you didn't get it right the first time, don't worry. Programming is all about trial and error. Check your spelling, ensure you've used the correct syntax, and try again. Remember, every programmer, no matter how experienced, encounters bugs and errors. It's all part of the learning process. And there you have it. You've just written and run your first Python program. How does it feel? You've made it to the end of this beginner's guide to Python programming. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. We began by immersing ourselves in the thrill of Python programming, discussing why it's such a popular choice for beginners and experts alike. Python's simplicity, versatility, and power make it a great tool for solving a wide range of problems, from data analysis to web development and beyond. Next, we dove right in and downloaded Python. We walked you through the process, showing you where to find the latest version and how to download it safely. We emphasized the importance of always downloading from the official Python website to ensure you're getting a secure, up-to-date version. Once we had the Python installer, we moved on to the installation process. We covered each step in detail, from choosing the install location to selecting the right settings. We also discussed the importance of checking the Add Python to Path option during installation, a crucial step that allows you to run Python from any location on your computer. With Python installed, we then set up the programming environment. We introduced you to the Python shell and a text editor, two essential tools for writing and running Python code. We highlighted how the shell is great for testing small pieces of code, while the text editor is where you'll write more complex programs. Finally, we brought everything together and wrote our first Python program. We started with the classic Hello World program, a simple yet powerful introduction to writing code. We explained each line of the program, showing you how to print text to the console and providing a glimpse into Python's syntax and structure. Looking ahead, we have a lot more in store for you. We'll delve deeper into Python's syntax and explore key concepts like variables, data types, loops, and functions. We'll also start working on more complex projects, applying what we've learned to solve real-world problems. So stay tuned for more exciting Python adventures. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You've taken your first step into the world of Python programming today. Keep practicing, stay curious, and never stop learning. Happy coding!